In today's video, I'm going to be covering a type of couples therapy that the American Psychological Association calls the gold standard for couples therapy. Whether you're watching this because I sent it to you and we're about to start our first session together, or you're just curious, then let me tell you about emotionally focused couples therapy, or EFCT or EFT for short. You'll hear me use those terms interchangeably. So, what is EFCT? EFCT is an experiential, evidence based approach to couples therapy. It focuses on your emotional connection. This is the foundation of every relationship. What makes EFCT different is that the goal isn't just to help couples fight better or negotiate more effectively. It's about something deeper. It's about creating a secure emotional bond. Now, let me tell you why this is so important. With a secure emotional bond, couples can achieve greater intimacy, trust, and satisfaction. Because techniques for fighting better only get you so far, but actually creating a secure emotional foundation, now that makes everything you build on that foundation sturdier and better. EFCT does that. This type of therapy gets to the heart of your relationship, the patterns and emotions that keep you stuck, and helps you create new, lasting patterns of connection. Now, EFCT is backed by decades of research and grounded in attachment theory, which finds that humans are wired for emotional connection. Developed by Dr. Sue Johnson in the 80s, EFT integrates insights from psychology, attachment science, and marital research to provide a comprehensive framework for understanding and improving relationships. Studies show that distressed partners already have the skills to connect and communicate effectively. They simply can't access them when caught in patterns of anxiety and distress. These patterns of anxiety and distress is something we call a negative interactional cycle, or cycle for short, or this like negative dance. Now, EFT helps couples break free by uncovering the emotions driving those cycles and then doing something different. But how does EFT actually work? Now, EFT focuses on the patterns in your relationship, what we often call the dance or that cycle. Couples get stuck in negative cycles of interaction, such as maybe like a criticize and then withdraw cycle, that are usually driven by unmet emotional needs. What EFT does is to help a couple shift those patterns by uncovering and reshaping emotions in the present moment and then creating a new, more positive dance. Present moment is so important here and what makes EFCT so effective. This is an experiential model, meaning in those sessions, we are actually doing the work, experiencing the change, and practicing. Your therapist isn't just like hearing you vent about your partner, then suggesting a few new things to try at home when you leave. Your therapist instead is facilitating interactions with you in session and guiding you both to healthier means of communicating, coping, and interacting. Now, how do we EFCT therapists do this, right? How do we do all this? Well, with a map. In EFCT, there are 3 distinct treatment stages and 9 steps within them. Now, let's break them down now. Stage 1 is de escalation. We're only working on de escalation in stage 1. The first stage is all about stabilizing the relationship and reducing conflict by identifying the negative cycle keeping you stuck. In stage 1, we go through the following 4 steps. Step 1, creating an alliance and identifying core struggles. The therapist works to build trust with both partners. Step 2, identifying the negative cycle. Couples begin to see their arguments as part of a shared dance instead of one partner being at fault or one partner being the enemy or we're both enemies. Step 3, accessing underlying emotions. The therapist helps each partner uncover the vulnerable emotions driving their positions in the cycle, like fear of abandonment or inadequacy, to name a few. Step 4, reframing the problem. The cycle is reframed as the real enemy, helping partners see how their behaviors are just driven by emotional needs, right? Those behaviors, those things we do, it's just emotional needs down there trying to get out. By the end of this stage, couples recognize the cycle together and learn to pause it before it escalates. It kind of depersonalizes those big fights. A couple here can then move along to stage 2. Stage 2 is all about restructuring the bond. In this stage, the focus shifts to creating new patterns of emotional engagement. We need the de escalation and the extinction of reactivity to be second nature in stage 1 before we can get here. The reason being, stage two sends the couple into even more vulnerable territory. And if we still have some lingering feelings that, no, my partner really is a jerk and not this cycle is the enemy, then we won't be able to do the vulnerable work in stage two. So it's okay if stage one takes a little bit of time. However, for couples that have graduated stage one, so to speak, they can enter stage two where we do the following. Step five, promoting identification with disowned needs. Partners explore deeper emotions and needs they may not have expressed before, integrating them now into their relationship. Step six, promoting acceptance of each partner's experience. Couples learn to understand and validate each other's emotional realities, reducing defensiveness. Step seven, facilitating the expression of needs. With the therapist's guidance, couples share their fears and longings in ways that draw their partner closer, creating emotional safety. A couple at this point has graduated from stage two and can move on to stage three. Stage three is all about consolidation. This is our final stage. The final stage integrates these changes into the relationship. Step eight is facilitating new solutions. Couples develop creative solutions to old problems, now rooted in emotional connection. Step nine, consolidating new patterns. Partners reflect on their journey, recognizing their new cycle of trust and connection. They rewrite their story and dream about the future together. Your certified EFCT therapist has these maps and structured processes to lead you from bereft to better. They are following a research backed guide that has worked for couples for the last 40 years. Emotionally focused couples therapy has a clear primary goal. It is to foster new attachment responses that restructure a couple's relationship into a more secure bond. Sue Johnson said that in one of her many research papers on the topic. You might be asking, well, then what does success in EFCT look like practically for a couple? Like, how do we know we've made it? How do we know we've successfully done it? Well, the work of EFCT shows couples how to repair from fights, primarily by creating a secure base and secure bond. That's the key. If a couple can, through the work of EFCT, restructure their bond so that both partners know and truly believe that the love is there, then the fights don't get as bad and repair isn't as impossible as it seems. To still be in love despite your annoyances and tiffs, that is what we teach in EFCT. So if you're feeling stuck in your relationship, EFCT offers hope. Through its structured yet deeply personal process, couples can heal, reconnect, and create the secure bond they've always wanted. If this resonated with you, consider exploring EFCT further. If you have questions about EFCT therapy, please contact me. You'll find my information below. If you're not quite ready to jump into therapy yet and you still have some questions, but you want to do some work, you can still take steps to work on your relationship through the courses that we offer at The Better Relationship, a site full of tools that teach you healthy relationship skills from the comfort of your home. You can head there now or reach out to me via the contact info below. Thank you for taking this time with me, and I'll see you soon.